Let me just, yes, there I am. Excellent. Hope you are doing wonderful and well. I know there isn't quite a lot of us, but I'm quite sure others will join in as we go along. So bless up Sister Diana, Sister Joanne, Sister Marie, Sister Marlene, and Sister Teresa, and Sister Yvonne for coming in nice and early for this very, very, very powerful, deep session. Bless up Sister Letitia every time for manning the whole process. Wow, I just can't do without you, darling. You're such an amazing addition. You're such an amazing support. My gosh, I just too much. Can't do this without Letitia. I'm telling you, bless her. So without further ado, we are now about to start the 7 Chakras Masterclass. And we are going to really dig deep on this. This is not just a light just overview. I'll be going on very deep, and every session I actually want to end with a meditation to stimulate the particular chakra that we're working on, and also work on a very deep-rooted concept when it comes to the chakras. It's not just, what would I say? It's not just dealing with things in the present. It's very much dealing with things in the past as well, and aspects of foresight. Yes, I see people coming in. Good evening, Zemanesh. I hope you are well and good, just in time, just before we start this powerful session. So without further ado, let me go into the slideshow, because I don't want to talk out everything before I start showing the slides. So much on my mind. So without further ado, let's dive in. And here we are. We are now on the 7 Chakras Masterclass Session 1. Are we ready, people? Are we ready? We're ready. Good. So it's only right, obviously, that we start with the root chakra. And I know I've covered the root chakra many times, right through the whole of the year last year. I really depicted the importance of sorting out the root chakra. And within the context of the times that I spoke with it, I know I spoke about it in terms of fasting. The first time I brought up the root chakra was the time in the Breath of Life first course, talking about the fasting and the importance of fasting to regulate the root chakra. And then I brought it up again in the 12 days of consciousness, because in this period, in the winter solstice, is the time to nurture the root chakra. And it would be wrong if I missed out the root chakra in this masterclass. It's very important. Now we're concentrating and focusing on the root chakra, we can really go in and really delve in. Good evening, Sister Bev. Hope you are well and you're just in time, just for the start. So without further ado, let's dig in. We are dealing with the root chakra today. We're gonna just take a quick slight overview of all the chakras, but we're really primarily concentrating on the root chakra. The root chakra, as you know, is the Muladhara chakra. It basically has 4 petals at the base of your spine. Let me just find, because there's some really deep, interesting details. We should be all familiar with this location, base of the spine in the tailbone area. The color is red, meaning physical identity, stability, and grounding. We can really elaborate on this aspect. Should I begin now? Let me see what's the next slide. Okay. Chakras are just wheels which are spinning energy centers. Any of these chakras may get blocked if the perception of an individual is contrary to the true nature and purpose of a chakra. Now, let's start going in on this, because the true nature and purpose of a chakra seldom is completely unknown to us. It's completely, you know, when you don't know what you don't know, then you really, really don't know. And, you know, we'll be talking about this chakra and this and that, and we'll be trying to pinpoint and trying to figure out when is our chakra in the best state possible, and not realizing that the chakras start to take shape within the womb. And within the womb, the root chakra is the most predominant one that starts to take up information of the surroundings of the parent, that the mother that you're in the room. So if the mother is going through stress, you will automatically pick up this stress. I don't know if you've noticed or observed that mothers who have peaceful, joyful pregnancy periods, the child will also come out peaceful and joyful. If the mother is in turmoil, argument, broken relationships, anything to do with this automatically gets put into the root chakra of the child that is developing. And this is where the programming actually starts. It actually starts within the womb. And when you're born, the very first year of your existence, it is predominantly root chakra based. Now, the other chakras start to come into effect from year 2. So the base chakra has an influence on the base formation of the sacral chakra in year 2, the base formation of all the other chakras. So you have the sacral chakra, then you have the solar plexus in year 3, heart chakra in year 4, throat chakra in year 5, third eye chakra in year 6, and crown chakra in year 7. These are just the basis of the chakras that have been formed in the first 7 years. There's that saying that we all are familiar with. You show me a child, give me a child at the age of 7, and I'll tell you who that person will be for the rest of their life, especially if they don't come across this knowledge of how to correct traumatic experiences that were gathered, A, in the womb, B, in the first 7 years. And it makes such an imprint on our whole physiology, our physical identity, our idea of grounding, our stability, and our foresight for how we imagine we're going to live our lives. Now, if our first 7 years are trauma-based, then the inner child is now affecting all of our chakras. And there's basically an inner child seated within all the chakras. As we age, for instance, we may age, let's say 7, 14, 21, 28. By the time we're 28 and we reach the heart chakra, we could be in a space where we're now in a new formed level of perception where we may feel safe to operate from the heart. But if there's still trauma lingering from the root chakra and the other solar plexus, if we haven't gathered enough experiences, worst off, if we've got our guards up, by the time we reach 28, we won't even dare to enter anywhere near the heart chakra. We're going to automatically find ourselves spiraling down towards the solar plexus and to the the sacral chakra. And what we find is unless these traumas get dealt with, unless we really focus inwardly and deal with these traumas, we find that we only spend most of our lives revolving around the first three chakras. And we find it very hard to approach the heart chakra or above. You know, we might jump to the fourth chakra just to try and jump over the heart chakra, because the heart chakra is the one that is all about love. Now, the root chakra is about self-love. The heart chakra is about unconditional love. If you haven't nurtured self-love to the point where you're now fearless in your idea of self-love, then you're going to be very fearful of taking on the concept of unconditional love. It's a given. So I am going to, in our meditations at the end of each session, we're going to be doing a meditation specifically channeled at the inner child of each chakra to clear up the blockages in each chakra that's related. When we say once a man, twice a child, the entire chakra system is based in, if it's going to operate at its optimum level, as silly as this sounds, its best flow of energy is in that childlike state. You know, when they say once a man, twice a child, when you revisit your inner child, your inner being, and that child comes out to play, then you just imagine a child in a playground. There's so much energy in that child that's just unstoppable. You can't stop the child from wanting to run up and down. Even, you know, the child might get in trouble for doing something, or get told off for, I don't know, shouting, dropping something, breaking something, whatever, hitting someone by accident, or whatever the case may be. And they get they get their reprimand, and within minutes they've forgotten and they're back out playing. They're back out playing. They've dropped the issue and they're back on the road. Now, this is what is the true nature and the purpose of the chakra. The chakra doesn't believe in blockages. So for you to shine in your element, you've got to come to a place where there is no blockage, there is no fear, there is no worry, there is no, there's, again, like I'm saying, there's no concern about stepping into the next moment. And really and truly, a lot of work really does need to be done on the root chakra so the rest of the energies can function properly. A lot of times we feel that we're okay, we're all right, and a lot of the times we're lying to ourselves because we won't let go of certain aspects of our beings. We've caught on to hurtful ideologies of who we are. And all these hurtful ideologies, you know, I'm not good enough, I'm not clever enough, I feel I'm stupid, you know, all of these things are directly related to the root chakra, directly related to information that was picked up in your first 7 years. Furthermore, it could be directly related to information you picked up when you was in the womb. Okay, so we're really going to be addressing, looking at the overall tone of what the root chakra represents today, in the past, in the future, and how to unlock all of those blockages and be free. Okay, so tonight's meditation, in closing, we will be doing a meditation directed at the root chakra inner child. So get ready. Embrace yourself, because it's going to be powerful. Okay, so let's move on. So the root chakra serves as an opening and anchor to the rest of the primary chakras. The word Muladhara can be broken down into two words: root, support. Mula meaning root and Adhara meaning support. Root chakra can be found at the base of the spine, pelvis, and the first three vertebrae. vertebrae in your spinal column. It affects the gonad glands, reproductive system, skeletal system, kidneys, urinary system, hips, legs, feet, lower back, posture, adrenal glands, smile functionality. What else does it affect? It has so much effect on emotions. Emotions are primarily bodily felt. You feel them in, feelings. A lot of people don't like to associate with feelings. When you don't like to associate with feelings, it's a problem with the root chakra. Okay? Again, you can see reproductive system, skeletal system, kidneys, urinary system, hips, legs, feet, lower back, this down to the way you walk. Do you walk upright? Do you walk slouchy? Do you walk slow? Do you walk heavy? Does your feet hurt when you're walking? When you're walking and your feet hurt, this could be directly related to the root chakra, directly related to a sensation of feeling lost. And that idea of feeling lost in the world now translates into pain in your legs, because your legs don't actually want to carry you anywhere now. So the root chakra, the chakras are the 7 wheels of energy that move through your subtle body, starting at the crown of your head and traveling down to the base of your spine. When spinning properly, each chakra allows energy to flow through the body. However, if one of these wheels is blocked, your well-being can suffer. The first chakra, Muladhara or root chakra, acts as the root of the body. If your root chakra is out of alignment, you may feel depressed, anxious, or even constipated. So a lot of people that ends up with constipation problems, again, this is directly related to the root chakra. So many things that's aligned, and some people live a life of constipation where they constantly have to be watching what they eat. They have to be taking laxatives every now and then and so forth, and not realizing just the emotional trauma that they're carrying with them is not allowing food to digest in their system properly. Simple as that. So it's very important to realize how all of these things, from emotions to thoughts, all of these things, the body is not a thing. The body is a processing action. Every minute, the body is changing. It's shedding skin, it's creating new cells, it's creating new, a flow of life, and all of these things are based on the energy, the electricity, the quality of prana that's running through your body, the energy of the chakras. And if, again, the body is such an amazing machine, if you want to put it like that, one of the most amazing complex machines, in the fact that, you can be depressed, you can be anxious, and you can be constipated, and your body will just crack on and move on and find a way to live around these issues and problems. It can find a way to just deal with it as it is. But truly, we don't want to deal with it as it is. We want to clear out these blockages, clear out these moments of depression, clear out these gloom spots in our life, clear out the skeletons in the cupboard, clear out the anchors that when we're on our own, we start to feel down, we start to feel depressed, we start to feel, you need to get on the phone and contact someone and talk to someone for a minute just to brighten up your day or so forth. Especially with the root chakra, it's very easy to get into that space where you don't like your own company, and if you find yourself on your own, this is where the root chakra would really play up. It's very important to understand the social aspect of the root chakra. The nurturing of the root chakra, For instance, something really profound has been found out in research, that as the root chakra is in its process of development, the core calling for the root chakra is a need. And these things are quantifiable needs. For instance, if a baby isn't hugged or if a baby isn't touched, it literally can die of lack of love being shown to the baby, okay? Lack of quality. You know, there was a survey literally done where they'd feed two children, they'd feed, you know, this is a really sad experiment. They feed, it's actually more than two children. There was a few children, and they'd feed the babies, and a few of them died and only one lived. And they wanted to investigate, why did this one child live? And they asked, was there anything different that was going on with this particular child? And the answer was, well, they was picked up and cradled while they were fed. And in that cradling, that feeling, that which is something that the child needs, even in the process of eating food, it needs to feel loved. It's a need. It's not a luxury thing. This is a very important aspect of growth. Now, if we lacked love being shown to us as we grew up, and you know, I know myself, because I've done a lot of work on my chakras, I've done a lot of work on my psyche, I've been to hypnotherapy sessions and chakra sessions, and I can tell the complete difference of confidence, energy, go get it, bounce back ability, all of these things that are now thriving in me at full steam. If I didn't do those works, I'd still be shy. I'd still be quiet. I wouldn't even be doing this. No way, no way. Even if I knew the stuff, and I just wouldn't have the courage to share the knowledge with you. So the work that I done was like really profound to change the direction of my mindset, the direction of my confidence, the direction of my ability to let love in. Because what happens is, after the root chakra, after 7 years old, and if there wasn't enough nurturing of love, depression is almost like a calling card. Depression is almost like a baseline state now. It's almost like, you know, we revert back to that space, wanting other people to understand our depression, wanting other people to understand our baggage, wanting other people to understand that we don't have the ability to love, even though we want them to love us. And we want them to love a broken aspect of us. And this is where the whole thing starts to go pear-shaped. Because really, if we have the right nurturing of love up until the age of 7, then what happens is the confidence that oozes from us, the confidence doesn't need to, you know, we then become self-sufficient in the idea of self-love, self-confidence, self-esteem, self-growth, and all of these things. And we end up being a go-getter for life. So love being the very important core ingredient that we need in our first 7 years is important. Now, the other thing about the root chakra, why we may feel depressed, and you don't hear me talk about this a lot, is because the root chakra also has the ability to carry the vibrations of generations. So if we're talking about generational trauma, it will be present in our root chakra. If we found that our parents was caught up in generational trauma, if it was part of their lingo, if it was part of their energy, if they're part of their, you know, if there wasn't easygoing people and they had that tensity about generational trauma, then that directly gets passed on to us, directly. So it's very important to understand how easy it is for us to become depressed and anxious. Sometimes we're depressed and anxious. We don't even know why. We don't even know why we feel so low. And all of this is based on our unconscious state of the root chakra, which we never go in and address and clean up. So let's dive deep into this. The base chakra. At the base of the spine, the base chakra controls the legs, kidneys, bladder. So again, if we find that we have bladder problems through our life, this is directly related to root chakra, vertebral column, and the adrenal gland. Problems like hypertension, diarrhea, constipation, kidney stones, and Crohn's disease can arise here. The energy of red is extremely potent, with the main focus of being self-awareness. Your sense of security and stability is dependent on red. While red energy gives courage, inner strength, willpower, and assertion, the lack of the same can lead to insecurity, aggression, self-pity, and fear. Now, look what we've been taught about the color red. Oh, the red stand for danger. Red, we have to keep away from the color red. Don't wear red clothes. Red this and red that. Don't drive a red car. You know, when we see someone dressed up in red clothes, it's like, oh my gosh, that person, they're brighty. You know, we have a natural fear for the color red because of how society has programmed us. You know, we reach the traffic lights and we see red, we stop. When really it's the total opposite. Red's supposed to mean go. Red's supposed to mean go for it. You know, red is supposed to mean life, blood. You know, red is when the blood is oxygenated and clean. It's blue, it's the blue blood that's carrying the toxins and the, you know, the lack of oxygen, and it's depleted and so forth. But we've been totally programmed the opposite, to run away from the color red, when really we're supposed to be embracing the color red on all levels. So let that be a sticking point right there. Look, examine your consciousness and see how subtle this blockage is towards the color red, which again is programmed by society, programmed by, you know, in school, so forth. You know, the teacher using the red pen, you know, and the errors marked up in red, you know, red line through the work that you put together so eloquently, and now the teacher just come mark it up and cross it up. You know, we hate red pens, we hate red this, we hate, you know, anything red, we start to get nervous. You know, we see how we get a cut on our hands and we start panicking because we see the red blood. Oh my God, I'm bleeding. So in this way, we have to really look at our aversion to red in the first place, because that's a problem right there. That aversion to red is blocking the flow of energy from your root chakra. Now, prana is coral red. So when you're breathing in this, even though you can't see with your eyes, you know, it's depicted as coral red. And if you was to see on an auric camera, you can pick it up. But we're afraid of red. So we need to start straight away, reprogram our mindsets on how we interact with the color red. Everyone should go and buy something red to wear. If it's a red scarf, if it's a red hat, if it's a red jumper, red tracksuit, something red. Embrace the color red. The first thing to really take out of this lesson is to change your mindset on how you see the color red. Because again, if you have an aversion to the color red, you're going to have an aversion to security and stability. It's almost like a conundrum. You're running from what is supposed to make you stable. And again, I'm going to dare to say that, I'm a very deep conspiracy theorist. And I do honestly believe that we are being programmed to do everything the opposite, against our will, against our flow of nature, against our right-mindedness. And we come across this information that is fed through us through TV, schooling, peer pressure, society, and all of these things. And we try to fit in. And we've tried to fit in a broken system. And the requirements for you to fit into a broken system is for you to be broken as well. And once you're broken and you plug into the broken system, then it's easy to get you to comply to anything. Otherwise, we'll scare you with the color red. And these things, we really have to sort of like start to take control of this energy. Start to not just look at it from a superficial aspect in terms of, okay, every single color is divine. Every single color is divine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with any color. It's our mindset that's been programmed within us to deter from certain colors, which again, within that sentiment, we're deterring from our own powers. These anchors that have been set up to make us run away from being our true selves. So first thing that I would say, get something red to wear. Wear red at least once a week, twice a week. Embrace the color red, okay? So, root chakra, Muladhara, the first chakra, is also known as the root or base chakra. It is associated with the earth element and with our sense of smell. It symbolizes the most gross, dense aspect of our being, our physical existence in our bodies here on earth. Muladhara means support of the root, Mula meaning root, and Dhara meaning support. This chakra represents and is connected to our most basic needs of survival, safety, and security, including our biological needs for food, water, shelter, and procreation, the very things that make life here on this earth plane possible and sustainable. Those things which keep us rooted and grounded, secure, and safe. It is also associated with the sense of safety that comes with knowing we belong to a community, a tribe, a place, and a planet. So, at the core of it, this is the fit-in chakra. If we don't find a way to fit in, if we don't find a way to be a part of a community, isolation is never good. Isolation, okay, let's get this right. Isolation, there's a time for isolation, but loneliness is never good. So we all need to communicate. We all need to have rapport with someone, something, no one, that film, I Am Legend, you can see Will Smith, he's getting lost and mad in his head because he's on his own. The planet, life doesn't work like that. Without anybody to actually correlate to, you can't work out what's good, what's bad, what's growth, what's degradation. So we need people, we need community, we need to know we need to know these parameters to work out how we fit in amongst the parameters. It's not just judgment, but you can work where you are and see where you are in life according to a map of consciousness as a whole of people. And the idea of spirit soul being present in the earthbound manner, our responsibility as human beings is, by the time we reach to our heart chakra, is to nurture and help others groom and grow. Okay, so the whole experience of the human life cycle is about learning, sharing knowledge, growing, and finally becoming to that place of fulfillment. The problem is that we reached a ripe old age, we still haven't got in contact with the heart chakra, we've got nowhere near fulfillment in our lives, and then we kick the bucket. We're in a bad space, and 9 out of 10, we have to come back again and do the whole thing again. We're back in the loop. We're back in the loop. We're back in the loop, and that loop doesn't stop until we get the energies flowing in our bodies right, energies flowing in our chakras right, all starting with the root chakra that's going to support the growth and stability of all the other chakras, so that we can then reach that pinnacle point of understanding where we can say in life, we've been there, done it, bought the t-shirt, experienced unconditional love, gave it away, and now we're ready to go home in peace. So very important. None of this can be actually achieved unless you fix your root chakra. And this is where you keep hearing me going on about the root chakra, the root chakra, the root chakra. Because it stems so deep into our level of existence. And if we're not doing things like chanting or meditating every day, because when we meditate, we're peeling off the onion skin. Each time we meditate, we're peeling off another layer of pain, another layer of suffering, another layer of delusion, and allowing energies to flow through us fully. So again, it's important to stick to these ideologies of meditation, nurturing, self-care. Self-care is like the #1 thing for spirituality. You have to get your self-care aspects right. This is why I love Vedanta. Vedanta covers everything. If you was on the Vedas and Upanishads course, you'd have seen that we covered quite a lot of knowledge, summarizing these great works of knowledge and how they fit in as a whole. Comparing it to something like the Bible, it doesn't speak nothing on these subjects. It just literally tells stories and so forth, and it kind of leaves you, it robs you of an inner divine truth, inner divine knowledge, and you're left kind of stuck in a lower vibration for the whole of your life. So in order to fit in properly, we need to really nourish our root chakra and get that energy flowing fluently. This is the energy that is known as the Kundalini energy. And we don't even have to tap into the Kundalini energy. I will do, on the last session, I will talk about Kundalini, but in the first 7 sessions, we're going to progressively going through each system, each chakra, cleaning up as much as we can with the meditation and looking at bringing about a new form of energy rising through these energies, through these energy centers. So by week 7, you're going to be vibrating in a whole brand new space. The first one, it could be a little bit daunting. It could be a little bit painful to address, but I suggest you deal with it. I suggest you go through the meditation, and you will come out better on the other side. You're going to come out much more healed. You're going to come out with a much more zest of life, a much more free flow. So Muladhara's main function is to channel energy upward from the earth into our feet, legs, and spine to help us remain grounded, stable, and connected. A sort of energetic umbilical cord. It allows us to attach to our Mother Earth, our source of sustenance and sanctuary. Now, I don't know if you get that feeling when you're out in the beach or you're out in the forest, you just feel contacted with nature and so forth. Sometimes the bricks have gone up so much because we've lived in the city and we've been programmed to city life so much. We can't even take no countryside again. We can't even take no nice from the cricket them. We can't appreciate nature. We're scared to take our shoes off. We're scared to get involved with nature. Again, backward programming. We have to learn how to reprogram and align with nature, because the root chakra is very much all about the energy of the earth. Okay, so associated with our reproductive systems and the endocrine glands related to the Muladhara are the ovaries in women and the testes in men. The specific physical location associated with Muladhara is at the perineum, as well as the base of the spine. It is also connected to the soles of the feet. The minor chakras at our knee joints and the hip flexors are also intimately connected to our root chakra energy. Again, knees, hips, the whole mobility of the body is reliant on the root chakra. Sometimes, you know, one of the things that we find ourselves caught up in is trying to fix symptoms rather than going to the cause. And very much the cause of our problems is the root chakra, not the knee, not the legs, not the hips, not the this. It's the root chakra. And if we work on dealing with the root chakra in a major way, you know, outside of the meditation, we're eating the right foods that nourish the root chakra. We're eating the right foods that replenish the blood. And we'll then start to feel a new level of energy that's flowing through our body, that's helping to nourish all the other aspects of ourselves. We're not just a human body. The human body is a part of who we are, okay? The minor chakras at the knee joints and hip flexors are also intimately connected to our root chakra energy. The color of the root chakra is blood red, the color of life and passion. Its symbol is a 4-petaled lotus. Muladhara is associated with the physical sense of smell. So this gone right up in your nose now. And you know how powerful your nose is. It's the first thing that you are reliant on in your surroundings as a baby. When you first come into the world, after you come out of the womb, you can't see. You're actually blind. You're actually smelling your way around. And if your environment that you was grown in was fearful, you were smelling fear and getting programmed to get used to fear. And again, it wasn't healthy because you still had a predisposition, knowing something weren't right, but because you're a baby, you just have to go with it, you know? So linked, let's go look at this. Muladhara is associated with the physical sense of smell, the sense that is directly connected to the oldest part of the brain, the limbic system, linked to emotion, memory, and instinct. The limbic system governs our sense of safety and security. So imagine your oldest part of your brain being programmed with trauma, being programmed with events that literally didn't even have nothing to do with you, being programmed through observation. You could be, you know, watching TV. And I know in the last 20 years, the stuff that they've been putting on the TV for kids to watch, oh my gosh, you know, 20 years, it could be a little bit longer. I mean, I remember when I was growing up, it was black and white TV. And I didn't have a lot of TV input in my childhood. You'd be lucky for sit down in our front room and watch TV. You understand? As children, come out of the front room. Nobody broke nothing. Just leave everything alone and come out of the front room. Go down to your bedroom. Literally. TV was meant for the guests and so forth. Yes, come in, Sister Bartley, come in the front room. And you remember them little net things and them little thing they were. Oh gosh. Anyway, so if our oldest part of our brain is associated with fear, is associated with trauma, is associated with separation, lack of love, these things stay with us. They stay as imprinted in our brains, which started to develop in the womb. And again, the most reliable sense that we have, more than all of our other senses, is our nose. Our nose is so powerful. You'd be surprised how far the sense of smell actually goes. So our sense of smell is primal. Newly born infants rely on their sense of smell to crawl toward the breast to feed, We rely on our sense of smell to determine whether food is safe. You know, like when it gone off, no, it don't smell right, you know. By the cheese, the cheese, I bought some feta cheese. If you leave feta cheese for too long, that thing go off so quick. Like, whoo, that one ain't right. I'm not eating that now. 2 days and it's open. Now that, you know. So body smells of other people are processed in different areas of the brain, helping us to determine whether they are friendly or if we should be fearful. It's our nose. It's not looking at someone and boy, them biggie, Lord God. No, it's the nose that's smelling. The nose is smelling particular. The thing is, you don't even know that you're doing it. So the olfactory receptors are located in the nasal cavity and send information directly to the limbic system at the center of the brain. We then, when we smell something, the recognition that we have smelt or knowing what the scent may be happens only after the deepest, most primary part of the brain is already being activated by the sense. So the nose smells, the brain activates, and then we become aware. Then it starts to come to our, so the actual nose, the olfactory aspect of our brain is working ahead of our conscious relative thinking. So our nose can bring something to our attention, which we would never have brought to our attention in the first place. So deep emotional reactions are activated by a smell before we even know that we have smelt anything at all. In trauma or grief, an olfactory trigger can set off any number of recollections and connections, including intrusive ones that can be startling or fear-inducing. A smell can induce this kind of fear-based reaction, whether you recognize you have smelt a smell or not. You don't even have to know that you smelt the smell. But as soon as the brain smell it, poof, trigger, bang, neurons flick off, you start moving a certain way, you start lock up, your fear strike you, and this is just by the smell. And you don't even realize that you've smelt it. This is how easy it is to press the button of the root chakra without any conscious stimuli whatsoever. So you could be there saying, I am happy, I am safe, I am this, I am that. And then you smell something that you don't even realize you smell. And that's it, you're out of sync. Now, confidence has a smell, believe it or not. Confidence has an odor, believe it or not. When people are confident, they let off enzymes in their body. There's a chemical reaction that's going on in their body. And now any emotional state that we carry creates a chemical fusion in our body that now we start to let off this vapor in our surroundings. Now, someone could be confident and you're not confident. And when you smell their confidence, your back is up against the wall. You think like you're scared of this person because they're so confident and you're not. You've taken a right back seat. You've gone quiet. You're not even opening your mouth now in front of this person because you're scared of their confidence, just their confidence, much less anything else. And most of the times, it's easy to tell when smell has got you because you find yourself, you're not breathing. You're like, you're stuck. You're not breathing. It's like, you're in this place of frozen activity. You won't even breathe. So the olfactory aspect of our root chakra is something that we cannot overlook and so important to reprogram the whole process of how the root chakra responds. We don't want the root chakra to react. We want it to respond in the right manner so it can flow. And you can then become all that your heart desires. You can become fully confident. You can become fully victorious. You can become fully in love with yourself, and you won't feel under anybody at this stage. You won't feel fearful of anybody's presence. You won't feel fearful of anybody's words. You won't feel fearful of anything, of yourself, of your own thoughts. You know, you will have that get up, go, let's dive into life. Let's enjoy it. Let's love to live and let's live to love. You know, let's do away with fear. So, as you can see here, you smell something nice, it goes in through the nose, the nasal cavity, then the olfactory bulb picks it up and it's straight into the limbic system, and it's starting to process an emotional response. Then it informs the brain, okay, this is how you're supposed to react to this smell that I'm smelling. So there's a set of information that's happening already in your head. And this is all root chakra related. This is what I'm highlighting here. The fact that it's in your brain is neither here nor there. That it's directly related to the root chakra and your stability of being, or your idea of stability of being, how safe you believe you can be in this present moment, in this present time. So again, the stem of the brain, it deals with survival. If you don't believe that you have it to survive, if you don't believe that if you are safe, again, this aspect of the brain is pre-programmed along with the limbic system, which is where you see covered in blue, the emotional state. I am loved. The question is, am I loved? Am I loved? And if the answer is no, then you're not going to feel safe, and you're not going to feel inspired to go forward, to learn, to gather, to, you know, your prefrontal lobe, your pineal gland, all of these things are going to operate in a deficient manner. All because the emotional state, the area in blue, and in that area is governed where the inner child is based in this limbic system, asking the question consistently, every day, every moment, every interaction, am I loved? And if you find yourself asking that question unconsciously, am I liked? Do people like me? All of these things, then your root chakra is out of balance. Your root chakra is not letting energy flow freely. It's not allowing power through. It's not allowing energy through to enrich and come out of this block state. You know, what can I learn from this experience? When you can get to that space, what can I learn from this experience is when you know that you are loved and when you are safe. Now you're open to learn. If you don't feel loved and if you don't feel safe, you're not interested in learning nothing. You just want to stay safe in your haven, and you close the doors. You shut the doors in. And somebody could be telling you blatant in their face, I love you, I love you, I love you. And it's just not going in because of past information that is being held by this old part of the brain. And it's never been addressed. We've never gone in and gone about cleaning up the energy or the vibration of this particular part of the brain. So again, you can see here where learning happens and memory happens, attention and focus and concentration. Okay, the prefrontal cortex of the brain, the emotional regulation and the reactivity, that soft spot. That's the part that we want to learn to regulate, re-regulate, realign. And all of this all has to do with the root chakra, going in and meditating on the root chakra to re-regulate the emotional aspects. So we've come out of a reactive state and we become into a responsive state. When we react, we never get it right. When we respond, we always get it right. When we react, we find ourselves contemplating the actions, stuck thinking about, oh, what did I just do? What did that mean? Stuck like a scratch record. Oh, I just can't, I don't know what this means. I don't know. I never get it right. Reactive. And we're stuck in the past. And we're accumulating experiences upon experiences that equate to the same output, you know. And again, our attention and focus and concentration, if our emotional regulation is out of put, if we're in a reactive state than a responsive state, then our attention quality is going to be poor, our concentration is going to be poor, and our focus will be poor. You know, especially when it's dealing with self, we're going to be wanting to run away from it more than embrace it. So the root chakra is the foundation for the other chakras, so it needs to be strong. To grow to your full potential, you must tend to your roots well. Roots need to be fed and given good nutrition. The sense of smell is associated with the Muladhara. Muladhara anchors us to the earth and the world around us. It is grounding and stabilizing. It is the seat of Kundalini energy, where the snake of Kundi lies dormant, coiled 3.5 times. So the coil is wrapped around 3.5 times at the base of the spine. And if you look at it on the coil, it's like the half is representative of, you know, it's going 1, 2, 3. You know, even though there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chakras, it's winding, 1 wind, 2 wind, 3 round, and it comes, the head comes up at the top as the half. Coming to the third eye chakra, as you can see, and the crown chakra is of its own. It will do its own thing. Again, we're not talking about Kundalini per se. It is recommended that you don't touch Kundalini at all, and unless your root base chakra is fully in its right space and you've done this work. To do Kundalini before that is very premature, and it can cause a lot of damage and instability. Okay, so we are not touching any rising of Kundalini at all. We are dealing with getting the chakras to vibrate properly, so the energy from the root chakra and everything can flow. And what you find is that essence of the Kundalini energy will begin to rise by itself. You don't have to put no energy into it. You don't have to do no specific Kundalini energy chakras meditation. Just strictly concentrate on cleaning up your vibration, cleaning up the inner child that is associated with each chakra, and you'll be good to go. You literally don't necessarily need to get into all of the Kundalini energy, unless it's something that you want to specifically do. Something mystic. If you want to live that life of a mystic, again, the mystic is the inner child. The mystic is the inner child, not the adult. It's the inner child that's the mystic. So this is why it's important to clean up the aspects of the inner child that's related to each chakra. You probably wouldn't hear this on a normal day, but I'm telling you the real truth of how this whole chakra system works and the whole aspect of inner child work. So it's almost like you're getting a double whammy with this course in dealing with the chakras, dealing with the inner child, dealing with the divine child. The divine child in you is forever young. It's forever glorious. It's forever joyful and youthful. You know, this is the trait of the spirit. So as you can see here, the root chakra It's depicted by these energies. That's, again, the yin yang aspect. You can see arrows that are pointing towards the root chakra, drawing energy from the earth, and it flows all the way up, and it's combined with the energy that is coming in, you know, from the right, the left side. So you've got this is the Pingala and Ida aspect of the chakras, combined with the energy from the earth. So there's always an exchange. This is where I'm saying the body is not just a thing. It's not just an idle thing. It's a process of information consistently happening all the time. There's energies moving through the body, through all the senses. There's never a static moment with the body. So once we can really sort out the blockages that are associated with the root chakra, then we can start to lift our whole vibratory being and become lighter, not just in weight, but in mindset, in thought, in creativity, in the ability to laugh, in the ability to express freely. So again, if you can see, the energy is coming from your left side and energy leaves out from the right side. It's the yin-yang balance that's happening with the chakras. And what happens is, if the root chakra is blocked, all of this is diminished. All of this flow is diminished. The presence of the aura around you and above you shrinks. It's diminished. Everything is diminished. It's shrunk. Your whole auric expression is shrunk. It's depleted. And what we need is that full blast of energy that's rushing through us, like that stampede of elephants, that Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, that flush that removes and makes energy move fluently through our beings. This is what clearing up our chakra points is all about, to get that energy moving. Like I said before, it goes all the way down to your feet. And if you can see here how the chakras eventually end up in our feet, root chakra being at the back there and the crown chakra being right at the front. These are all well studied and proven in reflexology. Chakras of the feet, if you go to a reflexologist, they will be working on specific areas. As you say that you've got pain in your feet, they're going to directly relate it to your organs, your main organs. Your main organs are the seat and energy points for the chakras. Again, the root chakra at the back of the foot. This is somewhere for, even just for information, where for massaging the feet and massaging to stimulate the root chakra, massaging the feet on your own is a very good thing to do. So get some oils, some natural essential oils. Sandalwood oil is very good for the root chakra. And you can massage your feet to help stimulate the flow of energies through your root chakras. In fact, all of your chakras. What am I saying here? As a self-care routine, get into massaging your feet. That's it. As a self-care routine, get into massaging your feet. It will do you so much wonders, you wouldn't even realize it. Sister Letitia, she's down on me like every month. She says, right, feet in the bucket, Epsom salts, little bit of this and that, because she see me I run up and down and do this. She goes, no. Sort out your feet, soak your feet. And trust me, every time I do it, I feel brand new. I feel like, yeah, thanks, darling. I actually did need that. Sometimes we completely negate aspects of our being, thinking, yeah, we could just go on and on and on and on and on and on and on, and it will be all right and so forth. No, it won't be. So as a part of your self-care routine, get into massaging your feet. It does wonders for not just your feet, but your whole is connected to the chakras. It's connected to your emotional state. It's connected to stimulating all the energy points to let energy flow freely and properly through your body. So,
Tarun,
yes, my dear.
yeah, this is just amazing what you're saying now. It's Yvonne.
Oh, bless you, my dear. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Because this is one of my goals for 2022. I started in January.
Ah, look at that.
It's amazing. And it's due to do this, what you're saying, Saturday.
Oh, beautiful.
It's amazing. I can't believe this.
Oh, wow. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Yes. Very important. I'm really sharing some golden nuggets. Like, you just wouldn't hear this information normally when you go to research chakras. You know, it's all kind of generic what they teach on.
Yeah,
you know.
amazing. I'm just like in awe with what you're saying. It's just like, yeah.
Bless you, bless you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for that, sister. Thank you so much. You know, and the only reason, one of the main reasons why I can share this knowledge to this degree is because, you know, I've got gurus in the Himalayas and so forth and all of these things, and I've studied it. I've studied the arts. you know, it's not just something I'm making up. It's something that is, again, profoundly important for us to embrace. I had to get into it myself. And through my own experience, I know the wonders that it's done for me, you know, how it's changed my life. And so this is where I feel really, what's the word? Not only confident, but I feel really blessed in the ability so I can share this with you all at such a deep degree. And hopefully it will impact and change something in your psyche, something in your life, something that you say, okay, yeah, like what Tarun did to me, I'm gonna start address this thing because, you know, I can see how I can benefit from it. This is all about benefiting our lives. Again, 0.5% incremental every day. Just do a little thing that helps us live better, feel better within ourselves. That's the end goal, really. So again, like I'm saying, get into massaging your feet. Get some sandalwood oil, essential oils. There are quite a few ones. I know sandalwood is very, very good for stimulating the root chakra. So again, also the hands, massage your hands. Massage your hands and your feet. Again, if you look here again on the reflexology, you can see not only where the parts of the body relate to the hands, but also the chakras. The area where you see ovaries and testes, that's directly this area. You know, get into body movement, get into exercise, get into massaging. These are, remember that the root chakra is very physical per se, with a lot of metaphysical, psychological aspects to it. However, if the physical don't feel right, the rest ain't gonna feel right. So treat yourself, pamper yourself. This is a great reason to pamper yourself. The root chakra is about, you know, to heal the root chakra is about pampering yourself, pampering and grooming yourself more than you normally would do, and giving yourself self-love, giving yourself, investing into yourself, that process of self-healing, self-care, self-love, self-nourishment, and so forth. So let's dive in deep because there's still quite a bit to do. You know me and my tons of slides. I need to cut them down, but no, I don't need to. I need to just get it all out because it's important to, you know, I don't like to cut the information short. So Root chakra. Our root chakra is located at the base of our spine on all levels of our auric bodies. So it's not just the physical body, it's including our physical, emotional body, mental body, and spiritual body. Okay? In our physical bodies, its energy nourishes our adrenal glands, kidneys, large intestines, colon, spine, back, legs, and feet. It therefore is a part of our anatomy and is just as important as the anatomical structures that we all can currently perceive. In our mental and emotional bodies, it governs our sense of safety, trust, and survival. So if we look at signs we need to heal our root chakra, and it's associated with glands and organs, is feelings like you can't trust yourself or others. Feelings like you spend more time in your mind. You did it thinking, rather than feeling and experiencing that notion of feeling in the heart. You're too busy in your head. Yap, 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 yap. And that busyness in the head is another, what do you call it? Avoidance of coming to the heart. Okay, feeling highly stressed or anxious, feeling a lack of safety and security in your daily environments, always feeling tired and fatigued, experiencing painful or irregular periods and PMS, experiencing erectile dysfunction, experiencing stiffness in our issues with your feet, legs, back, spine, or colon. All of this is root chakra related, and there's more. So, signs that your root chakra needs healing include noticing your mind often worrying about the past or your future. Oh God, what am I going to do now? Oh God, this coronavirus. Any of the stupidness, anything that makes you worry about the past or your future is taking you away from the present. And if you're not in the present, you can't be appreciative of the present. If you can't be appreciative of the present, then you're not generating, you're not creating a path of joy for the rest of your life. You're actually closing the doors in. Like I said at the beginning of our journals, if you've done the Go for Life course, at the beginning of the journal, you set how much days you got left until a particular age. Now, if you live according to what is being shown here, or, you know, according to what you're learning on the Transcending Matters platform, and you stick to it, you should surpass that age. If you don't, you could take away from that age, literally. So the first thing that we're aiming to do, whatever that number was in the diary, in our journals, we want to live past it. We want to feel like, okay, that's the last day of our life. No, we want to live past it. That's why we put it in the journal. So we have a strong vision of looking forward to the future. We're creating our future. We're not going, oh my God, we've only got 10 days left. No, we're creating our future so we can outlive the 10 days or however many days it is, okay? So noticing your mind often worrying about the past or your future, finding it difficult to sit with yourself without any distractions, phones, other people, food, drink, mind-altering substances, TV, music, work, study. You just cannot do, the hardest thing to do is silent meditation, because it means now you got to put up with yourself. You got to sit there and put up with yourself. And a lot of people can't do that. As soon as they're there by themselves, 2 minutes pass. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, gosh, I feel bad already. Oh, my Lord, what am I doing? What do you mean by silent meditation? Oh, I feel horrible. What am I supposed to be thinking? Oh, let me see. Let me just check social media, Facebook, blah, 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 blah. Silent meditation is the hardest thing to approach because of this thing. We're so used to distractions. We're so used to being distracted. It's almost like a part of life. So feeling like you cannot trust yourself or others, feeling highly stressed or anxious most of the time, feeling overly concerned with your state of finances, feeling unsafe in your environment, as feeling unsafe actually closes our root chakra to begin with. Unhealed trauma, including from any form of abuse, power struggle, or empath narcissists connection. Now, boy, everybody knows a narcissist. Everybody can spot the narcissist in their family. Narcissists in the family probably do the most damage. Anyway, traumas formed in childhood especially affect the root chakra. Feeling that you spend more time in your mind than you do mindfully feeling into your body. Feeling constantly tired or fatigued, regardless of your sleep quality or quantity. Having problems falling asleep or staying asleep. Always having under eye bags or dark circles. Feeling as though you need coffee, tea, black tea, green tea, matcha, cola drinks, sugar products, chocolate, cocoa, animal proteins or heavy plant-based proteins to get through the day. Why, I can't do without my meat, you know. Can't do without this, can't do without the meat. I just feel need something heavy in me to stabilize me, you know. These are all false ideologies of how the root chakra actually operates. You know, putting that heaviness on your body through food, especially the wrong types of food, just clogs it up even more. And then when you're taking especially sugars, teas, and things like that, stimulants to stay awake, you're directly combating, you're directly, what's the word? You're smothering over the issues of the root chakra. You see, when the root chakra is pumping, fully energized, it's almost like that feeling when you're fasting and you don't even realize that you're fasting, and you got your full alertness and your full senses and your full gusto, and you're going on full steam ahead. You understand? So seeing no lymph sediment in your urine, reflecting that your kidneys are not filtering out your lymphatic wastes. We will be expanding on this critically important point in our video series. Experiencing IBS, gas, bloating, or pains in your colon, lower abdomen area, experiencing stiffness, pains, or issues in your feet, legs, and backs, in your back or spine. So one of the things that I definitely want to do, I've got I don't know if anybody actually bought the meditation from the website, Cleansing and Healing. That's something I want to give you all for free who are on this course, to take away and do consistent work on the processes of cleansing out the root chakra energies, blockages. And this is something that you can do in your own time. I was gonna put it up on YouTube or have it easily just sent to you via a download link. The problem with the download link is that it's about 45 minutes long and it's not easily downloadable. So it is actually easier to put it onto a video form. So within our physical body, Muladhara is associated with and connected to the groin area and corresponds to the base of the spine and the perineum, the space between the genitals and the anus. It is also associated with the soles of the feet. The root chakra is our direct connection with our home, the earth. In terms of survival here on the physical plane on earth, the physical body, Annamaya Kosha, which is the body sheath, is our root, the part of us that we know and experience most concretely and frequently, our vehicle and tangible source of our identity. Our physicality is the way we first know ourselves and others. That physicality and the preservation of the same is the most basic, essential, and necessary mode of being. The root chakra function is all about survival of the physical body, of our own survival, as well as that of generations to come. Whether the realization of the impulse for survival is conscious or not. So that's such a deep point. Again, I've done through the process of Go for Life course to be conscious of our process of survival. All of these things are hereditary. All of these things are passed, they're passed on. They're passed on through not only in our offsprings, but we're passing this knowledge on in our actions where others watch us and observe our way of life, our dharma, one of the saddest things that I see is, especially in our community where, you know, diabetes is rife in the Black community, many illnesses that spring off of diabetes and so forth. You know, I watched this whole I remember 10 years ago, you know, early 40s, I'm going out to a party with a friend of mine, and we've gone to this party, yeah, and rudely, I'm gonna own up to it, I've gone into the party and I said, why, what kind of party you bring me? I'll be an old foot people, you bring me another party. And looking at the people in the party, you know, there was all old. There was, you know, the man with the Guinness and the trilby and then my drinking Guinness and then on him spiff, and he can hardly dance. You can see he needs his walking stick, but he's left it at home just to look good, or it might be in the car, you know, and so many activities that are going on that just for that moment, you can sense that it was wrong what they were keeping up. This is, you know, mutton dressers lamb, all of these things and the behavior and, you know, all of these. I think, why are you doing this to yourself? Why? It doesn't, you know, not to say that we can't go out and enjoy ourselves, but that process of what renunciation means, be in the world but not of it, know your limits, curb your desires, the ones, especially the ones that, you know, that's going to damage your system, you know, learn how to wean off of these things and change, you know, as we age, as each chakra grooms, there's a change that comes along with it, that changes your physiology, your outlook on life, and your position in the community to help aid and groom the community. Rather than, you know, you did the skin out and you try to show off and you know you can't manage the dance that you're trying to keep up, you know, and next minute, again, you're in hospital, you've got lung cancer, and you're outside the hospital ward puffing on cigarettes. I don't know, it just loses me. Hey, come on, man. And all of this, over time, I've realized it's all related to the root chakra, okay? When you can't give up habits, when you know, the root chakra is directly related to habits, directly related to substance abuse, directly related to alcoholism, directly related to all of these things that tear down our vitality in life. And for some funny reason, we just won't wake up. We just won't wake up. And like I'm saying, this is all pre-programmed, and you know, pre-programmed from the room, and then reinforced by society. Reinforced by society you know, we have to take care of ourselves. We've got to do the work. We've got to put in that work into us. No one else ain't gonna do it. And we have to know when enough is enough and it's time to do something better. It's time to feel better. It's time to be better. You know, that once a man, twice a child doesn't mean that the child has to be disabled can't walk, can't do this, can't do that. You understand? So again, the more that we can really focus on nurturing the root chakra, nurturing the idea of self-care and nurturing our physicality, you know, it's not too late. It's by far not too late. The other day I was talking to Sister Teresa, you know, and we haven't even touched on the chakra system yet. You know, we were just talking about just what the breathing has done to her life. And, you know, it's changed her whole life around from, you know, from where she just enjoyed her 66th birthday the other day, and she feels completely brand new. She's never felt the way that she's done. And now on top of the chakra work, she's, you know, Sister Teresa, you're in for a beautiful surprise. So get with the program in self-care and really focusing on all of these things that I'm saying. Like, catch yourself. It all starts with awareness. Be aware of everything that your mind is doing, everything that every time you think fear, anytime that, you know, your nose is out of joint because you've picked up a smell and your behavior has changed in a split second, you think, why is your behavior changed? And you realize something's triggered the root chakra into a space of fear, in a space of habitual being, into a space of self-judging, into a space of lack of self-worthiness. All of these things, catch yourself, be aware, and so every time you catch it, jump into a little meditation routine. I'm going to give you a couple of tricks that you can, not tricks, but they're routines that you can start doing from now that will tap into that whole vibratory being, so you can start changing the parameters of how you function, okay, on a day-to-day basis. Just like how the breath of life is all about learning how to breathe properly through the day, breathe in nice and deep, breathe in nice slow rhythm, slow your heart rate down. You know, your lifespan is calculated to how many breaths you're going to take, how many times your heart is going to beat. And the more that we can bring it down, we're lengthening our life. The more that we can bring down the heart rate, bring it out of anxiety, bring it out of stress, bring it out of processing foods that are no good for the body, you know, bring down the blood pressure, bring down the anxiety, bring down all of these things, then we're going to find that our longevity, the spring in our step, our ability to be more joyful, peaceful, within, without, all of these things will come naturally. It all begins with really paying attention to nourishing the root chakra. So, due to its connecting to courage, will, life, and vitality and passion, the Muladhara is closely linked to the physical desire. Therefore, mastery of one's desire can open up and increase the effectiveness of these chakras. Due to these properties, the chakra is represented by the red color. According to the meaning of the colors, the color red is associated with stimulating properties. In other words, red is the color of action. Beyond that, the red chakra is linked to the earth due to its location at the base of the spine, which holds up the rest of the body, much like the stability of the earth holding everything else on top of it. So, again, due to the connection to courage, will, life, and vitality and passion, the Muladhara is closely linked to physical desires. Again, if you was on that the Go for Life course, and I told you to do that app to enriching your prosperity consciousness, all of these little things are just to stimulate the mind into thinking and feeling differently. You know, again, the mind doesn't know how to differentiate real from a game. So the more that you're there, you know, feeding the mind with this idea that the universe is just giving you 10 grand today, 12 grand today, 20 grand today. It's yours. Here you go. Spend it on what you want. Go. You're stimulating the root chakra out of a space of lack of understand, you're breaking down the idea of lack in your base chakra. You're breaking down the instability of the idea of where the next money is going to come from. You're allowing a new vibration in your being that now has to be matched from the outside world. I see it all the time. I see it all the time, even in my own life. The more that I enrich in my prosperity aspect, the more my desires can be fulfilled. And the thing is, it's not even just, you see, by the time I play the game, I do this, blah, da, da, da. And when it comes down to it, I may not even want it anymore. But the fact that I've gone through the process, the mind has enjoyed having it on a certain level. The mind has enjoyed having it on a certain level. And now it doesn't have any hanks. It doesn't have any needs. It doesn't have any worries. It doesn't have any, I'm striving for this. I need that to prove my existence. Da, 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 da. There's a self-contentment that rises within you already, just from playing that game. And this is how easy it is to open the door for your physical desires to be mastered, to be met, to be, to increase your prosperity awareness, because you are an abundant child of a loving universe. And if you got that wrong, you got to come back and do it again, and come back until you realize you're a loving child of a loving universe filled with love, that your role is to be love, an example of love, give love. And now you're a fountain of love. Now you've been there, done it, bought the t-shirt, all the rest of it, giving it away. Now you're a philanthropist by mindset. It's the mindset that you're looking to achieve most of all than anything. So again, red, get some red clothes in your life. Get some red, pientawal red in your bedroom. No, I'm only joking. That's taking it a bit far. But yes, so physical signs. When your first chakra is out of alignment, you may experience pain in your intestines and lower body. The misalignment can manifest in the physical body in a number of ways, including weight gain or weight loss, constipation, pelvic pain, incontinence. Mental signs. When working with the root chakra, think about your relationships to yourself and the world around you. When do you feel grounded? When do you feel calm and stable? When your root chakra is blocked, you might experience some of the following. Increased distractibility, rushing from one task to the other, feeling exhausted or lethargic, increased feelings of anxiety, stress, or depression, feeling stuck, inability to take action. It's like, that one. And how much times have you seen that? How much people do you actually know like that? This is all a part of the procrastination makeup. Procrastination, again, is led by the root chakra. Again, okay, so inability to take action is a sign of a lack of energy straight away. Because you see, when you're excited about doing something and you're in your bed, you can't wait to get up and do that. This morning, my alarm goes off at 6 o'clock. This morning, I wake up at 5:45. You want to see me look on the clock? Is it time yet for morning meditation? Is it time? Ready? Is it yet? Should I stay in bed? Should I get up? Ready. You see, when you're excited about something and you're looking forward to it. Consciousness has a way to keep you on track with your excitement. Okay, you don't need alarm clock. You don't need alarm clock. From that excitement is there, the whole system will take over and take care of itself. Okay, so get your excitement for life up, get your energy levels up. That ability to take action is directly in correlation with your enthusiasm, which is directly correlated with your energy. No enthusiasm, no energy. It's funny that, isn't it? Enthusiasm, energy. No enthusiasm, no energy. So straight away it tells you enthusiasm breeds energy. Enthusiasm makes energy. Very strange. You think food makes energy. No, enthusiasm makes energy. Enthusiasm makes the electricity in your being start to move around even more. You start to raise that energy from the root up, not from the head down, from the root up. Okay? So reasons to align your root chakra. When your first chakra is aligned, you'll be able to tap into its ability to support a calm and steady energy throughout your body. You'll feel grounded and comfortable, situated in your body and the world around you. Stress about your sense of place and belonging will dissipate. When you can be assured that your basic needs are met, you'll be able to focus on your relationships and personal goals. So, I don't know if you saw this slide before that I showed you from previous, the 4 petals that are associated with the root chakra are all associated with the types and qualities of bliss that you can achieve. So innate bliss, when we say Satchitananda, that innate bliss, that's automatically there. For you being you, you should be in bliss because you are you. Because you are you, you should be in bliss. Then the bliss of union. You should be in bliss because of the ability to unite with your inner being. Heroic bliss. This is when you are blissful for everything. This is when you say you're victorious in all that you do. In all activities that you do, you feel good about your actions. You're conquering, you're overcoming obstacles, you're creating new pathways, you don't see negativity, you see contrast, and you can rise above that. Okay? Paramananda bliss. Paramananda bliss. That is bliss of the whole. Paramatma, Paramananda, you're in bliss because you fit in. You fit in the whole. You feel a part of a community. You feel a part of a family. You feel loved. You have love for yourself. You have love for your community. Your community has love for you. And this all starts with your vibration. If you cannot vibrate and send out this bliss, there's no way of it coming in and back to you. So the first chakra is all about bliss, achieving bliss in everything that you do, feeling victorious in your life path. And again, as we know, a lot of people don't feel blissful about their life path. And it's not just from where they, you know, this is something that we see a lot of people go through. Even we might be going through it ourselves, you know, another day, another day, what am I gonna do? Blah, 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 blah. You just, you know, you're not thankful for the day to come. You're not, you know, give thanks that you woke up this morning, da-di-da, all the rest of it does, you know, that doesn't even come into play, you know. This is why I love the morning meditations. It sets up all these aspects of bliss to come about in our daily activities. When you hear me give that affirmation at the end, dear divine inner being, it's all associated with these aspects of bliss, so they can resonate and become part of our everyday experience. And if you don't put it out there, there's no way for it to come back. If you don't set forth that notion or that vibration to come into play, there's no way it's going to come back. It's just going to, you know, opportunities will fly right past you and you will just not engage. You will not take part, you know, another opportunity gone, so forth, you know. A lot of times when we're not used to bliss in our lives, we will sabotage opportunities. Here's a perfect opportunity for us to rise. And because we're not used to being bliss, this bliss is too much for us. So we're going to sabotage it. We're going to do something stupid to mash up this process. We're going to say something stupid to mash up the process because we'd rather not chance being in that bliss because we're not used to that bliss anyway. So it's cool. I'm not used to being heroic, so I don't need to worry about losing out on this opportunity. It wasn't me anyway. I'm not used to being heroic. So there. The default, i.e., if we look back all the way back to the first slide when we said, when it was pointing out that the chakra will not spin in its right format if it's blocked, and you will be living a whole life. Now the chakra wants to spin accordingly. It was made and designed, you know, the subtle energies were designed to work in our favor. But the overruling thing that that kills us, dare I say, is this idea of free will, because free will is correlated with the ego. Free will is correlated with the ego. The ego is correlated with the mind. The mind is correlated to keeping up stupidness. The lower mind that is attached to the ego will always bring the ego and the self into trouble. The ego, the bliss that the ego seeks has got nothing to do with these four aspects of bliss. Nothing to do with it. It's a false sense of priority. It's a false sense of priorship. Full sense of rulership. That's what the ego is all about. And you lose out on the natural bliss, the innate bliss, the heroic bliss, the unified bliss, and the wholesome bliss. So we need to really address these things and get used to, get hungry for bliss. Bliss, live for bliss. The root chakra is all about living for bliss. Okay? So let me put the slide in twice just to make sure and I get it. Live for bliss. So, root chakra, color red, mantra, I am. I am. I am that I am. Element earth, frequency 396 hertz, pitch C. The album that you all got for free, Padded Bliss, that's all in the pitch key of C, all related to the root chakra. The meditation music that we listen to in the morning, root chakra. So if you have a copy of that album, that's a perfect album to listen to in terms of listening to calm music to help ease and change the qualities of the root chakra. Again here, chakra healing guide. You can see root chakra is central survival, blocked by fear. And then you go through all the others. Now, once the fear aspect is in it, you can guarantee fully 100 all the rest of the chakras are blocked by its governing part. For instance, solar plexus, center of wisdom and power, blocked by shame. Definitely, you know, if your root chakra is blocked, you're going to have some shame that you're ashamed of. You're going to be blocked by shame. Similarly, sacral chakra, blocked by guilt. Heart chakra, blocked by grief. Throat chakra, blocked by lies. Third eye chakra, blocked by delusion, much less illusion, delusion. Crown chakra, blocked by ego and pride. And once the root chakra is blocked, you can guarantee all the rest is there. You don't even try to say, no, I'm not lying. I mean, you're lying to yourself. Please, let's not go there, okay? Pride and ego. Again, because of the root chakra, you're going to have pride and ego. If the root chakra is blocked, you're going to have pride and ego. You're going to have delusions. You're going to have grief. You're going to have guilt, and you're going to have shame. Okay, so it's so important to really focus on unblocking that root chakra, really nailing your process of meditation, really nailing changing how you see the color red. Start to up your self-care. Get into your foot massages, hand massages, all of these things. Really go into it hard. Spend the whole week until we get to the next sacral chakra. Spend the whole entire week nourishing your root chakra. And you're going to see the difference. By next week, by the time when I come to the sacral chakra session, you're going to feel 100% better. You're going to say, boy, thank you, Tarun, for all the things when I determined about the root chakra. And things we have to do. So root chakra, identifying the root chakra. The root chakra sits at the base of the spine and grounds us. Imbalances in the root chakra can lead to issues in the legs, feet, bladder, immune system, bones, and blood. It can also increase the likelihood of degenerative arthritis, knee pain, and other unwanted conditions. Okay, emotional imbalances with the root chakra can impact our feelings surrounding basic survival needs such as food and shelter, and cause depression and addictions. When balanced, this chakra can promote feelings of support, connection, and safety, and our relationship with the physical world is greatly improved. The lesson of this chakra is one of self-preservation. So let's look at some of the aspects of excessive root chakra energy and deficient root chakra energy. So excessive would be rigid boundaries, sluggish, addiction to security, sexual energy, strictly genital. That means that when you're copulating, it's literally about sex. There's no emotions to it. There's no heartfelt, nothing. It's literally all about pleasing the genital areas or the sexual areas. Depression, obesity, greedy, sadistic, egotistic, hoarding, boredom, lethargic, intensive, lifelessness, materialistic, fear of change. And deficiency, root, is fearful, panic, absent-minded, little interest in sex, chronic disorganization, financial difficulties, sense of not be worried, phobias, cold feed, that means you eat cold food, insecurity, withdrawn, disinterested, suspicious, uneasiness, underweight, and poor boundaries. So you can see, you don't want to be suffering from either of the columns. You understand? Because any of these columns that if you can find yourself in any of these, then you know that you've got some work to do, and pick back up your life, pick back up your energy towards life. Do you often feel like your emotions are out of balance? These are the classic systems of an adrenal imbalance. Your adrenals are two tiny glands that sit on top of your kidneys. They help to regulate sodium and potassium. They assist you in feeling energized in the morning and ready for bed in the evening. They contribute to blood sugar regulation, fluid retention, metabolism, and your immune system. It can be difficult to shut off your brain when you are experiencing adrenal fatigue. When your adrenal glands are imbalanced, your stress will seem inordinately higher, and colds, infections, and flu can occur more often. So straight away, when your adrenal glands are imbalanced, you're prone to sickness. okay, you're prone to sickness. Here are the adrenal glands. So what are the causes of this imbalance? The adrenal gland. There are many things that can cause inflammation in the body, but food allergies, bacteria, heavy metals, parasites, or an injury. But also, let's not overlook stress. Long and extensive periods of stress put pressure on the adrenals. Detoxification may be appropriate to heal this, or there may be another cause like a deficiency. I know that our bodies aren't able to grow and function if we're under constant stress. Our bodies aren't able to assimilate food, which leads to nutritional deficiencies. So just stress alone can stop you from getting nutrients from your food. There are several vitamin and mineral deficiencies that can cause the adrenals to function suboptimally. These are vitamin C, B, D, E, as well as low potassium and sodium and magnesium. Another one is zinc. That's not in that list. Zinc is extremely important. Oftentimes people will supplement with herbs for the adrenals, such as licorice, ashwagandha, ginseng, rhodiola, and maca, to name a few. So outside of your vitamins, you can get into herbs and supplements. Important to realize how important it is to pay attention to your adrenal glands, pay attention to the stress that you're putting on your adrenal glands, okay? It is also very important to address the issue with the digestive system when working with the adrenal glands, as oftentimes adrenal issues can originate from this area of the body. When your digestive system is sluggish, when you suffer from constipation and these things, again, it's pressure on the adrenal glands. If you're not moving at least twice a day, then you really need to get into sorting out your diet. Eat more greens, eat more, drink more smoothies. Okay, supplementing with probiotics, slippery elm, colostrum, aloe, and digestive enzymes can also be helpful. My favorite biotics are BioCult, and you can find them easily online. I use Amazon when I'm ready. I am a firm believer in supplementing with products that are appropriate for your body. If I don't get that one from Amazon, the Sister Letitia, she normally looks after the health cupboard, and she, I'm not even sure if she uses Amazon as well. But when we're out here, the health stores are not that really clever per se. So we do end up buying quite a bit off of Amazon. But yeah, get into supplementing your body with all the things that it needs. So chakras are energy centers located throughout the body. They control our physical and emotional health. Your root chakra is your first chakra, and it's located at the base of your spine. From an energetic perspective, it regulates feelings of balance, security, safety, financial stability, and emotions related to fear and change. When the root is imbalanced, life feels more stressful and less grounded. Change is feared and money seems scarce. People who are dealing with an imbalance in this area may also feel like a victim. And that's the big word that I wanted to get to. Victimization is the overall tone of a damaged or incorrect, out of alignment root chakra. If you're feeling victimized this lifetime, you're a victim of circumstances, then that means you've embraced traumas on many levels, and you're now trying to live your life through the windows of the perception of being traumatized. What you have to remember most of all is that you are not your experience. You are not your experience. You had the experience, and a part of this clogging up of blocking energy is not letting go of trauma or what these traumas meant to you at the time. and it's led you to feel like a victim through the whole of your life. You know, victim on every single area, from an emotional disadvantage to, oh, my skin, it doesn't feel good. I don't know. There's something. I don't know. Everything. Every single thing where you feel a victim because of, oh, now look, I've got to live like this. I've got to be like this. No, I'm going to be, no. You know, all of this has straight correlation to the habits that we've accrued, that we've learned, that we won't let go of, that keeps our base root chakra in a particular state, because that's what we're used to the point that we're even used to letting ourselves down. And when we let ourselves down, we draw for that victim card again. And that victim card is our get out card. You know, I'm a victim. Don't forget, I'm a victim. Oh no, that doesn't suit me. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. Oh yeah, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, such a bad life. Yeah, victim of so much of that. And the thing is, this victimization, this victim mindset is the thing that we use to call on more bad experiences. Because I'm a victim. I'm gonna delicately walk that path to make sure I always stay a victim through my habits, through my eating habits, through my lack of exercise, through my lack of my dedication to myself to get myself out of this rut. You know, I'm going to stay a victim. And a lot of people really do wear that hat, and it doesn't suit us, to be honest. It doesn't suit us. There's no need for us to be victims, okay? So from a physical point of view, the root controls the adrenal glands, kidneys, and the bladder. Eating disorders may also be a sign of a root chakra imbalance, okay? So I don't know if when you heard me say before, like when you're talking about the root chakra, if you're not getting the root chakra right, don't even mention say you love God. Let's not even go there, because it's just a figment of your imagination. It's a figment of your imagination when you're talking that, yeah, man, we love God. And you haven't shown enough love to yourself, for yourself. You're lacking of love. When somebody comes to give you love, you don't even want it. Yet you're talking about you love God. You have to make sure that you're in that reservoir of love. You are love. You are love. You become a loving being. You're loving yourself throughout every aspect of your being. Now we can talk about loving God. Now the conversation is befitting. Now God's ready to listen. It's, oh, okay, yes, when am I one day? I can shine through this vehicle here because it's vibrating in love of itself. Just like me, I love myself. You think God don't love himself? So there's got to be an equal sort of tone where the two can resonate in perfect unison. So now you can feel you are godlike. You are a God being. And this all starts with getting the root chakra right first. So what can you do to balance your root chakra? Find ways to ground yourself. Walk barefoot in the grass or in the sand. Being in nature is so powerful for nourishing the root chakra. Listen to calming music. Listen to the album that I done. What is it called? Padded Bliss. I've also got another album that is soon to be released. It's brilliant. It's African drums and so forth with beautiful chants on top of it. Very rhythmical, very influential on the root chakra again. And it's primarily for raising your energy for coming out of the winter solstice into the spring solstice, basically. Very powerful album. So wear the color red, as this is the color that strengthens this chakra. Eat grounding foods from the earth like potatoes, parsnips and carrots, as well as red foods like beets, berries, and protein-based meats. For those that eat meat, but I wouldn't, me being a vegan and a vegetarian myself, I would more go towards, I know tofu is not really good on protein, but you can get a lot of legumes, lentils, pulses that are rich in protein to replace meat. So journaling your feelings, journal is very powerful. You can also use crystals as a part of your healing protocols. The stones that corresponds to this as to the root chakra are jasper, garnet, black tourmaline, and bloodstone. Also red tiger's eye. Any of the tiger eyes stones are also good for the root chakra. So when we're talking about the root chakra, we're talking about something that is really grounding us with the earth energy, grounding us with Mother Earth, grounding us in a way that makes us firm like a tree. One of the greatest things to do is actually go into nature and sit against a tree, a big, strong tree. There's a meditation where you can sit down and imagine the roots, your root chakra, having stems that go into the earth. You sit there and you imagine the tree in you, the roots of all your energy points, and you imagine the roots actually going deep into the earth as a form of helping, nourishing that the root chakra. And the more visualized meditation that you can do that are tree-based, this is also helping to ground your energy, ground your stability, ground your root chakra, because it's all about grounding the root chakra into a place of firmness in your mind, in your being. So when you feel that you're as strong as a tree, when you associate with trees in nature, this helps groom the root chakra. Again, meditating, sitting under a tree that is a strong tree, not one of them bony tree there, but a strong tree where you can see the roots and all of that. And you actually sit down and you feel the tree, you feel the bark, you feel the wood. All of these things are about being in nature. They're all powerful triggers, subconscious triggers, which are much louder than your physical senses. Again, the smell of trees is very poignant to the olfactory system, poignant to the whole nourishing of the root chakra. So when you're in and amongst trees and you're conscientiously breathing in the air that's around the tree, because remember, trees primarily they breathe in the carbon dioxide and they let off the opposite, fresh air for us that we can breathe. So trees are very important for our survival. They're there to help us breathe on a normal day-to-day basis. So if we can find a way to go to a tree and do some pranayamic exercises next to a tree, it's one of the most powerfulest things that you could experience, because nature is now joining in with you. You're breathing in elements of the tree, you know, and it's you can't see it, but every tree has an aura. Every tree has a pranic aura, a pranic life force around it. And when you sit down and you bring your association in that firmness, that solidness of what that tree represents, you know, the tree can shed its leaves and come back with a full body of leaves the next year. You know, the only time when a tree doesn't do that is when the tree is sick. You know, tree can catch cancer too. And this is because, why does tree fall sick? Why do trees fall sick? Is because when the leaves of the tree fall, we're supposed to leave the leaves right there, let the leaves soak into the ground and the nourishment from the leaves go into the roots of the tree and help recreate the sap that's going to bring about new leaves. It's a natural process of recycling that's actually going on. And this is what happens in forests when they're undisturbed. The actual leaves that has fallen off, they go into a whole process of what do they call it? Recycling. And the energies from the leaves feed the root and so forth. So when you are next to a healthy tree where this whole process is going on, then your whole regenerative body starts to pick up the same trait as the tree. There's people in India, in the Himalayas, so forth, and these areas that I've seen, they have their tree that they meditate with day in, day out. They're way over 100, you know. There's people of age that we don't see in society that's kunamono of age, and they're walking fit as a fiddle. Not another them are walk strong, back straight, everything, because they're applying what it means to apply on a sattvic level on the state of living. And in meditating with the tree, there's millions of, well, not millions, that's a lie. There's many scriptures in Vedanta that promote meditating next to a tree because of what the tree represents, because the tree is always life. The tree is never dead unless it falls off and the roots come out of the ground. So when you're meditating next to a healthy tree in nature, I know it might be a little bit cold now, but if the sun's out, or you know, on a nice sunny day, find yourself next to a tree. Even if you're standing next to a tree and you got your back, your spine on the tree, and you're meditating in a standing position, you could even do that. One of the, who's Sister Janet, I just love her pictures when she posts in the WhatsApp group of the trees, when she's hugging the trees and so forth. This is what we all need to be doing more. We need to be embracing nature in such a profound way right now to help us realign with what's naturally within us. And again, what the tree represents is that it can overcome all seasons. So similarly, we have it within us to overcome all seasons, all traumas, all kinds of issues. We're stronger than what we actually think we are. And we can be much freer than what we're allowing ourselves to be. We're wasting our strengths on holding on to traumas and holding on to bad experiences and holding on to victimization. If we learn to meditate next to a tree, just for the benefit of nourishing the root chakra, the benefits are unimaginable. Them long word there, Lord God. So yes, get into nature, get next to a tree, a solid, strong tree. So root chakra affirmations. I am centered and grounded. I love being in my body. You know how much people have a problem with that one? I'll sometimes cost my belly. So my belly too big. I love being in my body. I am powerful, rooted and strong. I have everything I need. This is all about prosperity consciousness. I am stable and secure. I am connected to nature. I am financially secure. I am safe. The universe takes care of me. You know how big that one is? People are afraid to open their, you know how much people are afraid of loneliness, just to be on their own, scared something's gonna happen. Feared. door lock, window lock, this lock, that lock, everything lock, afraid, lock up. Something I gotta do them. Live their whole life in fear. All because they think something bad's gonna happen around the corner. They're not grounded in the idea that the universe will take care of them. You know how important that is? The universe takes care of me. You know how free-spirited you can be in the universe takes care of me. The universe takes care of me. I am protected and secure. That's like a mantra within itself. The universe takes care of. You see, if a man get bad mind over me, I feel sorry for them. Me personally, I feel sorry for anybody that wants to bad mind me. Because if you want to express that bad-mindedness in front of me, you probably won't get a chance. How I feel that the universe takes care of me and how much I'm protected and secure. If you have some bad mind towards me and you want to come and show that in front of my face, you're likely to get knocked over by a bus before you reach. That's how sure I am that the universe takes care of me. 100%. That's how much I believe the universe takes care of me. If anybody want to do me something I gotta do them first before them even reach me, to the point I won't even know about it. I won't even get to hear about it. I'll just say, oh, them get licked over by a bus. What? Oh my gosh, what happened? Oh no, poor thing. This is how much I'm so sure about how much the universe takes care of me. I'm so grounded in that. I don't think that nothing can do me. It probably can, but guess what? I believe it can't. I believe the universe takes care of me. The only thing that can go wrong is if I do something to myself. That's the only thing that can go wrong. From I start to do something to myself, then the universe is going to say, well, you're going too far. That's I wasn't planning on you doing that. What made you start to do that all of a sudden? Were you doing drinking alcohol? I thought you don't drink alcohol. Were you drinking? Well, gosh, I can't help you now. I might as well go Om Shanti Shanti Om. I miss up the last Shanti, bringing peace to myself, bringing peace to my own mind, stopping myself doing injury to myself. Om Shanti. That's peace to everything that I have no control over. Shanti. That's peace to everyone that I converse with. This is people. I have a little control over that because it's a two-way. It's a two-way thing. And as long as I'm careful about when I say namaste, I'm talking to the God in you. So as long as we have that relationship that we're talking to the God in each other, that second Shanti should be creating that boundary of peace between us. And then the last Shanti Om is to make sure I create peace for myself. I do that mantra. It's not just in the morning. I do it for every meal. I do it for every, me and Sister Letitia, before we eat, we hold hands and we do the chant, bless the food, and we end the chant always with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. And we sit there in silence for a bit. And then we kiss each other out of appreciation for the moment, showing each other love. And then we start to partake in the food. Oh, miss you, darling. Hurry up and come back, man, so we can Shanti up the food, man. Sure, man. Anyway. So bless your food, bless everything, call safety, call peace on everything. The universe takes care of me. I am protected and secure. So, as again, this is the process. There's an energy that is waiting to express itself. But between the energy and the chakra, there is tension. Then it enters the chakra in a space of lack. Then it ends up into our system. Now portraying a physical symptom. We want to be able to remove the tension so we can remove the physical symptom. We get rid of the tension, we get rid of the physical symptom. We get rid of the tension so the energy flows freely to the chakra. Then it can enter our system on full power. Now there's no physical symptom. We've got to get rid of the tension. It's the tension that's the problem, okay? So last slide. See how we're doing for time. Good. All right, let's crack on because I want to fit in this meditation. I trust myself. I love life. I am grateful. I feel safe. I am secured. I am grounded. I am stable. I am loved. I trust life. I am confident. I love my body. I am abundant. I am confident. I am successful. I am in control. I am protected. I am courageous. I am prosperous. I love my life. I am nourished. I am awake. I am wealthy. I am strong. I am stable. You see, like I said previously, don't mention that you love God until you can say all of these things about yourself. You see, when you can say all of these things about yourself, you'll be quick to say you love God. Easy. That's without a doubt. Once you can say these things about yourself, where you've nurtured the process of freeing up the energy and you really feel that you can trust yourself, you really feel that you love life, you really feel that you are grateful for every unfolding moment, you feel safe in the unfolding of every moment, you feel secure in every unfolding moment, you feel grounded, stable, loved, you trust life and you're confident about every unfolding moment. Now you can start talk about building up a relationship with the divine within. Most of the times people rush to that one day. Yeah, man, we love God. Even in the Vedantic system where they want to jump and go to Bhakti Yoga, which is primarily and exclusively about love of God, they fall off, they drop off because they let themselves down. They jump too far ahead of the program. And even in the Vedantic system is saying like, no. That was due to happen. In the Bible, they say, no, you just backslide. You just backslide. And in church, they don't teach you none of this. None of this. So anyway, we have come to the end of that first masterclass on the root chakra, and we are about to enter into a lovely meditation. I hope you all enjoyed that. I would love to see your feedback on that before we go into the meditation. Let me just save this. Don't stop share. Let me know your feedback. Let me see who's laughing at me. Sister Letitia, bless you. Yes. Wonderful. I'm glad you all are feeling this. Let's see. Yes, we managed. Sister Mel, you joined us. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, good. So we are about to, like I said previously, we're about to do a meditation and we're going to address the inner child of the root chakra, okay? Bless you, Sister Evelyn. You're going to have to really catch up. And yeah, I saw when you came in, there's so much to catch up on in terms of the early stuff that I was talking about. Really deep stuff. So we're going to go into a meditation where we are going to deal with the inner child of the root chakra, okay? Whew. So get ready, make yourself comfortable. I'm going to get some music up. Right, so make yourself all comfortable, whether you want to lie down, if you want to just make sure your spine is supported. If you're sitting up, if you're lying down, you can lie down. After this, you'll be ready for a good night's sleep. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna take my face off the screen so you can just hear my voice. And basically, just find yourself in a nice, comfortable space. Find yourself in a nice, comfortable space. And we always begin with paying attention to our breath. And we start by breathing in nice and slow. Just breathing in nice and slow. And paying attention to that breath. We may realize that in paying attention to our breath, it's allowing our bodies to relax. So we're going to go with the flow with what the breath demands. And as we breathe in nice and deep, we're going to start to relax. And we're going to start to relax by relaxing the top of our head. We're going to relax our brain. We want to feel our brain actually relax. The tension in the brain, we want it to actually relax. And as our brain relaxes, we want to feel our eyes relax, even though our eyes may be closed at this time. If they're not closed, it's a good time to close them. And relax the muscles around the eyes. And as our process of relaxation begins, we want to feel that dissension of relaxing energy take our whole entire body. Starting with our head, we want to feel our head nice and easy and relaxed. While our head's relaxed, we know that our jaw is relaxed, our mouth is relaxed, everything is relaxed, our facial muscles are relaxed. And then we relax our shoulders. We're really paying attention to making sure we breathe in nice and deep. And as we breathe in, we relax our shoulders just a little bit more. And then we relax our arms. Feel that relaxation in our arms. And as we relax our arms, we're paying more attention to our breath. And we can hear the sound of our breath. The sound of our breath is telling our fingers to relax. So now we may want to relax our wrists just a little bit more. If there's any tension, we probably want to just shake it out so it can relax, and place our hands in a really relaxing position. So we know our arms, our wrists, our fingers are relaxed. Now we want to relax our heart. We want to pay close attention to our heartbeat as we listen to the sound of our breath. And as we feel our heart relaxing, we can feel our chest relaxing. We can feel our abdominal muscles relaxing. We can feel our torso relaxing. And as this warm sensation takes over us in the form of relaxation, we can feel it spreading down to our hips, to our thighs. And we breathe in nice and deeply. Paying close attention to our breath. We're commanding our body to relax. Now we can feel our knees relaxing. We can feel our thighs relaxing. And as we breathe deeper into a deeper state of relaxation, we can feel our ankles relaxing. And we enjoy this stillness of relaxation as it finally reaches our toes. So we want to make sure we're fully relaxed, as if we're going to sleep. We make sure that our left hand is relaxed. Our right thigh is relaxed. Our right shoulder is relaxed. Our hip is relaxed. All our toes on the left foot is relaxed. Just as relaxed as our right fingers. And we can feel our heart rate coming down. And as we take more conscious awareness of our breath, we realize that this relaxing breath is our gateway to freedom. Is our gateway to letting go. The more that we relax, the more that we can let go. Right now, we want to let go of our physical identity and embrace our energetic identity. So as we let go of our physical identity, we deeply breathe. Breathing deeply. We find our awareness drifting into a space that is pure energy. And we can feel this energy rise just above the surface of our bodies. We are aware of our bodies, but we are not of our bodies. And as we breathe deeply, paying attention to our breath and the quality of our energy, we start to form a picture in our minds, a beautiful landscape, a beautiful setting, a beautiful natural setting, of nature, beautiful trees, beautiful greenery, beautiful blue sky, the radiance of the sun. And as we see this image, we see a golden staircase leading up to the sun. And I want you to imagine this golden staircase leading up to the sun. Solid railings. Smooth, solid railings. I want you to imagine touching these railings and feeling the affirmity, the strength of these railings, giving you full support. And in your imagination, you now walk up these stairs freely. Enjoy. You walk up towards the sun. And as you walk towards the sun, closer to the sun, you feel a loving, warming energy surround you. You feel a loving, warming energy embrace you. You're walking up to the sun, holding on to these railings of gold, firm, solid railings. You're walking closer and closer to the sun. So now you can only see the sun. And you're going to walk in and enter into the sun. And as you walk into the sun, you walk into pure, bright light and a feeling of pure love, pure ecstasy, pure joy, pure peace, pure contentment. As we stay here for a while, we breathe in this joyous atmosphere. We breathe in. We charge up ourselves with alignment of this sun energy. We charge up ourselves full of love, full of life's optimum vibrating energy, full of glee, and we breathe in nice and deep. Now we are charged with sun energy, with light energy, with love energy. We now leave the sun. We come out on the staircase, holding on to the staircase. And we're going to slowly walk down the staircase, back towards the earth. Slowly walking down the staircase. We realize there are 21 steps. And each of these 21 steps are memories. The 21st step is filled with memories from when he was 21 years old. And you take a step on that staircase. And you send love through that staircase. You send love to all the memories of when you was 21 years old. Then you take a step onto the next staircase. And you send love to all your memories when you was 20 years old. And you step onto the next staircase. Breathe deeply. Because you are full of love. You can never be empty. You send love to all your memories when you was 19 years old. You take a step on the 18th step. And you send love to all your memories when you was 18 years old. You take a step on the 17th step. You send love. You take a step on the 16th step. And you send more love. And the lower that you step, the more love you are sending. You descend to the 16th. You send more love to when you were 16 years old. To all your memories of when you were 16. You're just sending love. You take a step to the 15th. You send more love. You step onto the 14th. You send even more love. You step onto the 13th step. And you send even more love to all of your memories when you was 13 years old. Then you step onto the 12th. As you deeply breathe, knowing that you could never run out of love, you send more love to when you was 12 years old. Then you step onto the 11th step. And you send more love to when you was 11 years old. To all the memories, you're just sending love. You take a step onto the 10th step. And you send even more love. You're taking nice, big, deep breaths. With every inhalation, it's like a recharge of pure love. And every exhalation is just sending out more love. Love is flowing through you. As you step onto the 9th step, you're now beginning to light up with love. As you send more love to your memories of being 9 years old. Then you step onto the 8th step. You send more love to all of your memories from when you was 8 years old. And as you take a deep breath, you step onto the 7th step, willing and yearning to spread more love to all the memories when you were 7 years old. Shower your memories with love. Then you step onto the 6th step. Love from you now is endless. You are now in love with your memories of when you were 6 years old. Regardless of what they were, you are now in love. Now you step onto the 5th step. More love is present in your being from the memories of when you was 5 years old. And this love just gets stronger and stronger as you descend down the steps. You finally step onto the 4th step. And you breathe in and exhale. Nothing but unconditional love for every memory when you was 4 years old. Now you step onto the 3rd step. At this stage, there's nothing in your heart but love. Pure love. You step onto the 2nd step. The love is just bursting out of every seam, out of every pore in your body. So much that you are light. You're shining like the sun now. And you're on the 2nd step. And as you step down to the 1st step, you realize there's a cradle in front of you. And there's a baby in that cradle that is desperately in need of love. You can hear the baby crying for love. I want you to take a nice, deep, big breath in. Now pick up the baby out of the pram, out of the cot. Realizing this baby is you. At 1 year old, in need of your love, in need of your support, in need of your guidance, in need of your protection. And I want you to pick up the baby and bring that baby close to your heart. And I want you to notice that the baby is in full reciprocation to your love. The baby is now clinging to you in joy, in glee. Now I want you to assure that baby. Say it out openly. I will always love you. I will always protect you. I will always comfort you. I will always be there for you. I will always nurture you. I love you endlessly. And I want you to see that baby happy with the words, happy with the vibration of your being of endless love. As you hold this baby now in comfort and in loving care, I want you to walk around the garden, walk around the greenery with the baby, enjoying the scenery with the baby in your arms, close to your heart, enjoying the sights of the beautiful flowers, the smell of the beautiful flowers, the beautiful aroma of nature, the freshness of the sky, the fresh air, the beautiful radiance of the sun. Now, I want you to pick a beautiful flower and give the baby to hold as a gift from nature, from you to your inner child. I want you to see the baby grasp the flower with glee and joy as an expression of love and gratitude for you giving them the flower. And as you hold this baby close to your heart, I want you to take the baby and literally morph it into your heart. Place it within you so you and the baby are one. Create a cradle in your heart and place the baby within you. And as you do this, say to the baby, I am now forever with you. You are now forever safe. As this is done, now go back to the golden staircase. And we start to go up the staircase. We take the first step. This time, this step feels different. Feels more loving. Feels more connected. Feels more safe. Feels more sturdy. You take the second step. You feel more assured. You take the third step. You feel more joyous. You take the fourth step. You feel more peaceful. You take the fifth step. You feel more contented. You take the sixth step. You feel more at peace. You take the seventh step. You feel more confident. You take the eighth step. You feel more in love with yourself. You take the ninth step. You feel in love with your surroundings. You take the 10th step. You feel assured. In your whole entire being. You take the 11th step. As you breathe in deeply, you're stepping towards a greater sensation of love for self. You take the 12th step. You feel a smile starting to appear in your being, a sense of happiness. You take the 13th step. You feel like you can conquer all. You take the 14th step. You start to sense a sensation of bliss. You take the 15th step. That smile starts to come through even a little bit more. That sense of inner happiness feels richer. You take the 16th step. You start to feel overjoyed. You take the 17th step. You start to feel one with all that is. You take the 18th step. You remember that beautiful 1-year-old little child within you. And you give it all the love again. As you approach the 19th step, you sense that oneness with you, your inner child, as 1 year old, and the divine being within you, all united. As you step on the 20th step, you step on the 21st step, you feel complete. Now you enter into the sun of pure light, pure energy, pure love, pure beauty, pure joy, pure peace. And in this space of fulfillment, staying in the sun, being one with the sun, you start to become aware of where you are right now. As you slowly breathe yourself back into physical awareness, filled with light, filled with love, filled with unification, you and your inner child, 1 year old, beautified. As you come round to the sensation in your body, breathe in nice and deep. You start to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers in a dance and a joy of ecstasy for the moment. And your body starts to slowly come alive. As you breathe in deeply, you exhale and slowly open your eyes, feeling brand new and overjoyed and beautified. Wonderful. Beautiful. So we've come to the end of that meditation session. It would be nice to see your feedback if you all took part in that. As I was saying it, I was doing it myself. Very powerful, very comforting. If you have a chance to repeat this for yourself, the more that you do this exercise through the week, you're gonna feel a beautiful sensation of love just being flushed over you. And this is the first aspect of healing, to heal and connect with that baby that can't even talk yet, showing that baby love, showing that baby a level of connection between where you are now and all the stages of your life. You have nothing but love for everything that you went through. And you're ready to proceed with nothing but love. Yes, Sister Diana, I'm glad you see them beautiful hearts. Very touching experience. Yes, Sister John. Beautiful experience. So I'm not going to hold you all too much because I know we've got our final morning meditation in the morning, which is going to be another very powerful session. Yes, Sister Mel. Thank you. I was looking forward to the chakra sessions. Beautiful. Evelyn says she's totally relaxed. Excellent. Yvonne, I felt light, the sensation. Beautiful, beautiful. So yes, as simple as you see that exercise, that same routine, log it into your memory. And the more that you can do this every time even before you go to sleep, address that 1 year old baby and send it love and reunite with it in your heart and come back into a space of nothing but pure love. That sun energy, that sun, because remember your soul shines brighter than 10 million suns. Okay, so even the sun out there has nothing on your beauty and the splendor of your soul. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to say Om Shanti, Namaste, stay beautiful, people, and I'll see you all in the morning. Saturday, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. Have we got anything on tomorrow? Yes, we've got the Science of Bhagavad Gita. Very powerful. That's probably my one of my most heartfelt courses that I'm going to be doing. Then Saturday is the final for Ayurveda Basics. And then Sunday was the beginning of Way of Life. But we're going to throw a little party because we've gone through so many lessons, so many this, so many that. We need to just relax the brain a little bit so we don't get overburdened. Okay, there will be some implication of knowledge that we partake on the day, but I'm going to lighten it up a little bit, pre-Valentine's, because I don't even believe in the Valentine's thing, so I'm not even following the Valentine's thing. So I'd rather do something completely away from that, so we know so we are the food thing separate. Understand? So look to enjoy ourselves this Sunday, lighten up the heart, lighten up the mood, and it's all about having fun. If we can't have fun, then we're not living. Have fun, enjoy life, and being beautiful. So without any much further ado, because I know we're pushing, it's been a beautiful session. Thank you all for paying attention and coming along. And I'll see you all in the morning. Om Shanti. Namaste.